Their posters covered a generation of bedroom walls, and their choruses still play everywhere. But where are the great heartthrob singers of the 80s and 90s now? All 10 are alive, and several are having their biggest moments in decades. Rick Springfield ruled the radio and the TV screen at the exact same time. In 1981, he was playing Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital, while his Grammy-winning anthem, Jesse's Girl, topped the charts. This rare crossover proved his rock credentials went far beyond his poster boy looks. Now in his mid-70s, Springfield is still a relentless touring force. After a massive 61-show tour in 2025, he performed on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve and booked a packed 2026 schedule, including solo dates and a summer tour with Sammy Hagar. Even after revealing a brain injury from an old stage fall, he kept moving forward with active health management. With his recent album Big Hits Volume 2, he remains a true working rock and roll survivor. Across the Atlantic, a different style of idol was redefining pop stardom. As the stylish frontman of Duran Duran, Simon Le Bon became the visible center of early 80s video glamour. It was a cinematic era of music, built on sharp movement, designer suits, and the effortless confidence of the early MTV generation. Le Bon commanded the screen with a cool authority, helping the band conquer global charts and bedroom walls alike. That historic run secured their place in pop history, celebrated with an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022. Today, Le Bon remains the voice of a legendary group that still packs major arenas, keeping that classic transatlantic sound alive for fans who never stopped listening. In Norway, another vocal powerhouse was redefining what it meant to be a modern pop idol. Morten Harket, the enigmatic frontman of a-ha, possessed a poised, statuesque presence and an unmistakable, soaring falsetto. In 1985, Take On Me conquered the global charts, anchoring one of the era's most indelible visual musical memories with Harket's effortless, gravity-defying high notes. Decades after that initial wave of global superstardom, the band's catalog has experienced a massive streaming-era rediscovery, introducing their sophisticated synth-pop melodies to a brand-new generation of active listeners. Through every passing decade, Harket has maintained an exceptional, enduring grace. He carries his pop legacy with the same quiet dignity that defined his youth, showing that a truly great voice only grows more resonant with time. In 1987, a clean-cut 21-year-old with an astonishingly deep, soulful voice stormed the global charts with Never Gonna Give You Up. Rick Astley became an instant sensation, but his most surprising chapter lay decades ahead. The internet handed him an accidental second life through the Rickroll meme, transforming his signature track into a global digital phenomenon. Rather than running from the joke, he embraced it, turning online viral recognition into genuine public warmth on massive festival stages. A recent memoir allowed him to reclaim his own narrative after years of nostalgia. Now, looking back on a journey no one could have engineered, he openly shares that he is far happier at 60 than he ever was at 21. In the 1980s, Jon Bon Jovi was the undisputed king of the arena. With his signature feathered hair and soaring choruses, he turned anthems like Livin' on a Prayer into massive collective sing-alongs that defined a generation. But decades of commanding giant crowds took a heavy physical toll. The rock legend eventually faced his greatest professional hurdle when he underwent serious reconstructive vocal cord surgery. Following a long and quiet recovery, his journey moved from comfortable memory to active risk. The ultimate test of his endurance arrived in July 2026 when he took the stage at Madison Square Garden to launch the highly anticipated Forever Tour. It was a triumphant return to the spotlight, proving that his dedication to the music and to his fans remains entirely unbroken. Bryan Adams represents a different kind of endurance, built on steady craftsmanship rather than a dramatic comeback. In the late 80s and early 90s, his raspy grit and towering ballads like Summer of '69 and Everything I Do It For You made him one of the world's most familiar voices. He maintains that massive presence by keeping his songs active on the road, committing to a constant touring schedule year after year. Yet his creative life stretches far beyond the stage. Adams has developed a highly successful parallel career as a professional photographer, taking portraits of legendary rock stars and even Queen Elizabeth II. He has proven that a true artist never runs out of things to capture, whether through a microphone or a camera lens. Donnie Wahlberg first stood out as the rebellious edge inside the massive New Kids on the Block phenomenon. With his signature street smart style, he helped define the modern boy band template for every generation that followed. That early teenage frenzy, however, was just the beginning of a remarkably diverse career. Wahlberg successfully made the leap from stadium stages to primetime television, eventually starring in Boston Blue to mark his mature leading man phase. Yet, he never walked away from his musical roots. Regular, high-energy New Kids reunion tours still pack arenas, preserving an unbroken bond with longtime fans. His career proves that teen pop memories can mature into dependable mainstream visibility, keeping both the music and the original connection completely intact. Robbie Williams broke out of Take That as the cheeky, magnetic rebel who refused to be contained by a boy band lineup. By the late 90s, his swagger and massive hits made him the defining solo pop star of the decade in the United Kingdom. His spectacular, turbulent life recently received a highly stylized cinematic tribute in the biopic Better Man, which brilliantly depicts him as a CGI chimpanzee to capture the surreal pressures of superstardom. Far from retiring into his own myth, Williams continues to bring his electric showmanship to the world's biggest stages. He is set to perform live for millions at the 2026 FIFA World Cup closing ceremony in East Rutherford, New Jersey, proving that his legendary connection with a crowd remains as powerful as ever. In the spring of 1999, a single performance shattered the boundaries of English-language radio. Ricky Martin swept across the stage at the Grammy Awards, sparking a cultural phenomenon that became the Latin pop explosion. With Livin' La Vida Loca, he did more than top the Billboard Hot 100. He delivered a high-octane anthem that lived on bedroom walls and dominated MTV rotation for months. Today, that explosive energy remains fully intact. In 2026, Ricky is headlining a massive world tour spanning 3 continents. He commands these major arenas with the exact same gravity-defying dance moves, effortless charm, and intense vocal power that first made him a household name. He remains an artist in constant motion, refusing to let his career be defined by legacy alone. As Ricky drove the high-energy dance revolution, another star took over the charts to capture the world's heart with pure romance. Enrique Iglesias began his career facing the daunting challenge of stepping out from the shadow of his famous father. Yet, he quickly made his surname unmistakably his own. The release of Hero sealed his status as the decade's premier romantic idol, delivering a timeless, acoustic-driven ballad that became a staple of radio playlists. Now in 2026, the paths of these two icons are finally crossing. For the first time ever, Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias are sharing a concert stage on a joint tour. It is a historic partnership that turns memories into active, living history, giving fans a celebration of star power that still shines as bright as it did decades ago. Today, these icons prove that great music never fades. The bedroom posters are gone, but the songs outlived them, continuing to unite generations. They remain the living soundtrack of our lives. Whose poster was on your wall? Let us know in the comments.